things to say about you, Chris. About 16 years ago, I was the Sunday night referee supervisor. Chris, you were one of my team and was a level 3 referee then, and my most experienced referee at the time. You were always so diligent and professional. Wasn't long after that, with all your hard work and dedication, you started to climb the ladder, and very quickly, I might add. I always knew you would be refereeing at the highest elite level. Your knowledge of the game is impeccable, and you were always willing to share that with the younger referees, and they always knew who to ask the toughest questions to. Chris, you are an inspiration to all at Knox and have worked so hard to be where you are today. With your refereeing career, I thank you for giving me and your junior referees your time. During these years, I was supervisor. I am so privileged to have shared part of your career.
Hi guys, John Chapman here. Just wanted to wish Chris Reid all the best for tonight. I hope you enjoy the event, mate. Well deserved. I'm sure it's been a long time coming, but definitely I think your peers would recognise that you've been one of the better contributors to your association and also the Victorian Basketball Association. Personally, I just wanted to thank you very much for all your support. Chris has been a role model for me over the last couple of years, and certainly on my rise through the ranks, Chris has been there as some guidance and also a person I can rely on. Chris has a no-fuss way of going about his business, both on and off the court, and I think that is what made him so likeable across his own journey, and I'm sure there's bigger and better heights for him to come even still. So Chris, enjoy the night and well done again. Cheers.
When you first asked me to do this, I immediately thought of Chris making me poor. That was my first reaction as a junior referee, taking him places, picking him up, and of course the obligatory trip to McDonald's on the way home. And so lucky that probably the Tacoma McDonald's hadn't been built at that time, so that was really good. Obviously I'm very proud of what he's achieved in the Seagull Games, the NBL Games, and of course the Under-19 World Championship last year. Probably better than most. I know the commitment and hard work it's taken to get to that level, and also the sacrifices that he and Joe and the kids have had to make to get to that level, and you know, family things he's missed and that sort of thing. He has come in handy at times, mainly when the FIBA sends out new rules and I don't have a clue what red 4 or blue 8 is supposed to be doing or done. They're pretty hard for the novice to read some of those things, so he has come in handy in that regard, and he's come in handy on a Friday night when I may like to say something about the refereeing and he tells me I'm wrong, and he 9 times out of 10 supports the referee, so that's been a little bit annoying at times. Probably, Chris, one thing you really do need to work on is getting us some NBL tickets. I have asked on numerous occasions, but they have not yet been forthcoming on many occasions. So Chris, just work on that aspect of your NBL career anyhow. Probably, as I was saying to Daniel just a minute ago, one of the oddest things that's probably happened as a result of Chris being a referee was one game on court 1, a Seagull game, when a certain Knox player with the initials of DS, fairly well opinionated person of his own ability and not one to be shy in making statements to referees, obviously didn't like the way Chris was reffing the game, so he decided that he couldn't have a go at Chris. So the next time down the court, of course, this particular player, named initials DS, which most of you probably know to whom I'm referring, decided that instead of having a go at Chris, he would have a go at me, and so started to proceed to tell me how Chris should be reffing the game and how lousy his calls were, etc, etc. I did, in the nicest of terms, send him packing and say, grow up and get on with the game, or some words to that effect. But so as a mother, sometimes I've taken comments from players or people because they didn't like the way Chris was reffing. But most of the time I'm been proud of what he's achieved, and hope he continues to go on with his career.
What is the best thing about being a part of the VBRA Knox branch?
I think for me, it's a proud branch to be a part of. The branch has won a lot of awards. It's probably recognised as, each year you can't always win the Referees Association Award, but I think amongst the big associations it's always recognised and leading the pack and doing things differently to keep continually improve. So I think just being part of a big organisation, a big refereeing branch, is something to be proud of for everyone.
What valuable skills did the branch teach you that you still use today?
Probably went through it all there. So she said we'll rattle on for a while. As she does. I think refereeing for me has helped a lot in personal life, just in regards to communicating, managing people, managing situations, because I suppose as referees, and we probably forget it a fair bit, we have to manage younger people at times, we have to manage older people at times, and the situations that we can arrive at any particular game can be different. It can be dealing with someone who's quite calm, someone who's quite aggressive, and all those sort of things. So, they're the sort of things that I've taken from my refereeing and I suppose applied them to business life and also my work life as well. And I think that's a skill that, as younger referees in the group and certainly supervisors can take back and share with their guys. It's not just about refereeing; it's about developing you for life skills as well. And there's certainly things that I think anyone who's successful in business and in work life will use those refereeing skills and share those with potential employers and things like that as well.
And if you could give advice to our junior officials right now, what would you tell them?
Just apply yourself. You can achieve what you want to achieve. I've certainly, obviously, achieved a pretty high level of refereeing. But in saying that, it didn't all come in one go. Like when I first went through and the process we had to get through to SCABL level, it was essentially a challenge system where the bottom 3 referees or bottom 5 referees refereed in a summer league type competition, and the top 5 referees. Essentially it was a challenge system that we had to do. In my first year that I went to that, I actually didn't make it, and then had to go back the next year, and that's when I made it. So a lot of people get caught up with politics and things like that in refereeing. I suppose I'm a firm believer, if you want to get there and you apply yourself to get there, it may not happen the first time, but it will happen. And the guys that get caught up with, I suppose, that politics or that person got this and I should have got it, they'll fall by the wayside eventually, and you'll end up getting where you want to get to.
I couldn't get the photo of, I was going to say, I couldn't get the photo of Chris with the spiky hair to get it on this one, but we've gone somewhere in between, so thanks mate, cheers. Thank you.